A chilling video of terror training camps in South Kashmir's Pulwama district has surfaced. In the video, Hizbul terrorist Nazeer Pandit can be seen training his men. Nazeer Pandit, Hizbul commander, was killed in an encounter last month in Pulwama. The video is believed to be 2 to 3 months old. One shocking fact that has emerged is that the new recruits are no longer crossing over the LOC to get arms training but are being trained inside the valley. Let's get a word from Shujaa Haq, who's with us live from Srinagar this afternoon. Shujaa, this is a new trend that seems to be emerging, that terrorists don't feel the need to cross over into Pakistan to train new recruits. They're being trained in India.
Well, yes, Simi, in a sense, that one can say that. In fact, most of these militants are the Hizbul Mujahideen, belong to Hizbul Mujahideen outfit and have been active in South Kashmir for past few years. Remember, there was this trend of, videos that these militants were making and then posting them on social media. We've also, at several points of time spoken about Burhan, who is one of the commanders of Hizbul Mujahideen in these areas, and was seen as a poster boy, trying to lure others, for recruitment into Hizbul Mujahideen. One can only say that this video goes on in the same league. This video has been, doing rounds at various platforms of social media, and one can see that these militants who are dressed in uniforms and are training in some undisclosed areas, jungle areas of South Kashmir. Though this video is old, but definitely goes on to describe how these militants have weapons. They are training also, which is very visible in these visuals that they're firing from their AK-47 rifles.
Right.
And definitely this is happening inside Kashmir, somewhere in the forest areas. So definitely a cause of concern for the security forces out there.
Right, so just stay on with us. We're also being joined by defense expert Sushant Sareen on the phone line. Thanks so much for speaking to India today, Mr. Sareen. How do you react to this new video? Terrorists are now being trained on Indian territory. No longer are they being trained in Pakistan. They're obviously feeling more confident here.
Well, I won't overstate the case. Of course, the very fact that even if in a somewhat remote area, maybe half a dozen or a dozen people get together, fire some guns and do some exercises or something, doesn't really make for a terrorist training camp of the sorts we know exist across the border. But nevertheless, the very fact that something like this can happen is a matter of concern and does need to be looked into. But I would really suggest that we shouldn't be overstating this.
All right. So, Mr. Sareen, you're saying that a few people are getting together with guns and firing shots. It's not really a terror camp as we know, as we know them to be. But then why would a video like this be circulated? Do you think that this video is being circulated to create a sense of panic and fear?
Not so much to create a sense of panic and fear, but probably more to convey a message that these guys are still in business, that militancy is still the way to go. And we have seen that they have got some amount of traction in the recent months. We know about that very famous picture of about those half a dozen or 1 dozen young guys, with camouflage uniforms, guns, and actually putting that picture on social media and it going viral. So these are ways and means of motivating other people to join them, keeping the hopes of militancy alive, perhaps even recruiting, showing that they're pretty much in business. So like I said, it is not something that you should brush under the carpet. It's certainly something which needs to be taken seriously. But, in a very remote area where there's nobody really present, if some guys fire some guns somewhere and try and, portray it as though they are really running a major terrorist training camp, I don't think that's quite the case.
All right, and Mr. Sareen, would you also say that these videos being released in the social media basically shows that terror organizations are using the internet to forward their agenda?
Well, that's a no-brainer. In fact, that is a trend which has been there with us for a couple of years now. and it is only now that we see people who are involved in terrorist activities inside India also use that same media to motivate people and give it a somewhat local flavor. Until now, it was more of a international jihadist kind of flavor, but now it has much more of a local flavor. So this is something which is not exactly new because it's been there for a couple of months now, but quite clearly this is a tactic which is being used to prop up spirits and maybe even get a few more people on their side.
All right, Mr. Sushant Sarin, thanks so much for speaking to India Today. Shuja, I believe, is still with us live from Srinagar. Shuja, are policemen in the state likely to investigate this video? Will they try and find out where exactly this was shot?
Well, one would believe that happens, though we don't exactly know where this video was shot, which is the exact area where this has come from. But like I said, these videos have been doing rounds on various platforms. They've been circulated around on WhatsApps. So clearly that is something that the investigating agencies will look into and find what is the origin of these videos. When were they shot? What are the places where they were shot? We can clearly see that there are militants in it. There are these boys who belong to Hizbul Mujahideen outfit who are clearly visible in these in this particular video. At least one of the militants has ever since been killed, but there are others as well. So clearly this is a cause of concern, and one would only like to believe that the investigating agencies would definitely be on it and would be finding out the source and the origin of these videos.
Shuja, thanks so much for that update. We're going to keep coming back to you.